Good morning, student. How are you?
Birth of the Weimar Republic. Introduction. Germany was a powerful empire in the early years of the 20th century. Germany fought the First World War in 1914 to 1918 alongside the Austrian Empire and against the Allies, that is, England, France, and Russia. US joined the Allies in 1917 and they won the war against Germany and the Central Powers in November 1918. The Weimar Republic. The German Emperor Kaiser was abdicated and he left Germany. A power vacuum had developed as there was no established form of government. Millions of German workers had been killed or seriously injured during the war. Germany had become an international pariah. Germany was subjected to an imposed peace settlement. Parliamentary parties got opportunities to recast the German polity. A National Assembly met at Weimar. Democratic constitution with a federal structure was established. Deputies were elected to the German Parliament or Reichstag. Equal and universal voting was done by all adults, including females. Learning objectives. After completing the lesson, you will learn about the Weimar Republic, the effects of the war, political radicalism and economic crises, the years of depression, the Peace Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles was signed on the 28th of June 1919. The treaty was signed between Germany on the one side and France, Italy, Britain and other minor allied powers on the other. Terms of the Peace Treaty. Massively reduced military capability. War guilt clause imposed. Economic reparations fixed at a very high rate. The effects of the war. Anger was directed at the government for signing the Treaty of Versailles. Economic problems started to rise as all the profits were sent directly to the Allies as reparations payouts. The currency became useless as economic crisis leads to hyperinflation. Rise of extremist groups attempting to wrestle power from the destabilized government. They were mockingly called the November criminals. The World War I affected the European society. Soldiers were given a higher status than civilians. Great stress was made on the men to be aggressive, strong and masculine. Trench life was glorified. Democracy could not survive in the situation of instability in Europe. Political radicalism and economic crises. The Weimar Republic and the revolutionary uprising of the Spartacist League. The Spartacist League worked on the pattern of the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia. There was a demand for Soviet-style governance. Those who opposed formed the Democratic Republic. The Weimar Republic crushed the uprising with the help of free corps. Communist Party of Germany was formed. The communists and socialists became irreconcilable enemies. Both the revolutionaries and militant could not make common cause against Hitler, hence looked for radical solutions. Economic crisis of 1923. Germany fought war on loan. Had to pay war reparations in gold. Resources depleted at the time of scarcity. France occupied the leading industrial area of Germany when it refused to pay in 1923. Germany minted money in large amounts resulting in devaluation of its currency. This resulted in hyperinflation. Intervention by America saved Germany. Doer's Plan was introduced which eased the burden on Germans. The years of depression. The golden years. The years 1924 to 1929 came to be known as the golden years. Germany became increasingly prosperous and peaceful. The USA lent Germany huge sums of money. The economy was rebuilt, unemployment was reduced, and people began to feel secure. Collapse. America's economy took a turn for the worse in October 1929 when the stock market crashed. This caused the Great Depression, a time of slow business, high unemployment, low prices, and low wages. The years of depression. Between 1929 and 1933, there was high unemployment and severe poverty in Germany. There was rise in crime rate because of unemployment. The economic crisis created deep anxieties and fears in people. Fear of proletarianization was felt. The Weimar Republic was affected politically too. It was unstable and vulnerable to dictatorship. Germany was ruled by coalitions. Article 48 gave the President the powers to impose emergency, suspend civil rights, and rule by decree. The Weimar Republic saw a number of different cabinets in a short span of time and the liberal use of Article 48. People lost their confidence in the democratic parliamentary system. Let us summarize what we have learned. Germany was in a desperate situation. The terms of the Treaty of Versailles crippled the economy and prevented it from recovering after the war. This in turn led to the new Weimar government being unable to restore pre-war conditions. Animosity towards those who signed the treaty grew, and many Germans looked for people to blame for the crisis, leading to theories of the stab in the back. The new government was already under fire, as it was likely to fail in its duties to provide security, prosperity, and comfort, given the conditions that it had inherited.